It just so happens that more people watch our videos without a subscription than with it. Let's fix it. Subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you won't miss anything interesting about the Star Wars universe, and we will be very pleased by this. Your subscription is the best support for us. Thank you all in advance. It's been a week since the release of the first trailer of the Acolyte series, and I have something to tell you. Lucasfilm shared official information about the plot of the project, about the characters, about the main villain, about the scale, and about the significance of the series for the entire Star Wars franchise. In short, I will tell you today everything that is known about Acolyte at the moment. There will be a lot of information and interesting things. I would like to start with the director, Leslie Headland, who gave a detailed interview. Despite Leslie's ambiguity, there's something about her words that got me hooked. When she found out that she would be working on a series about the dark side of the Force, she was incredibly happy because since her youth, Headland has been a big fan of the expanded Star Wars universe, and she promises that there will be many surprises in store for the fans of the expanded universe, specifically in Acolyte. In addition, she is also a fan of both parts of the Knights of the Old Republic, and according to her, these games inspired her to make the project as dark as possible. She has studied the culture of the Sith as well, so she promises to give them due respect in the series. But when it came to choose in which era the story would unfold, Leslie was interested in the era of the High Republic 100 years before the first episode, since this is the time when the Jedi are at the peak of their power and the Sith are just preparing to reveal themselves to the galaxy. Well, Lucasfilm themselves want to promote this era to the big screens, so they quickly approved the project. Headland also dreamed of showing the alien race of Theline ever since she saw the half-blood Theline Ristel Sant in Return of the Jedi. This is one of Jabba the Hutt's dancers. In Acolyte, Daphne Keane played a half-Theline, half-human, and according to Leslie, she really wanted to get this actress for the main role because she likes the movie Logan and she dreamed that Daphne would become a part of Star Wars. As for the plot, it will tell us about the resurging dark side. However, its adherents will not be the Sith, but kind of self-taught cultists, because at that time the Sith were hiding in the shadows and preparing to plan a return. However, they were not the only representatives of the dark side in the galaxy. In Acolyte, we are not introduced to an order, but rather a sect consisting of two people, the protagonist named May and her mysterious mentor, who was shown in the trailer with a red lightsaber. His name and story are not disclosed, but he will be the main villain of the series. The plot itself is similar to a detective story with thriller elements because a group of Jedi will have to investigate a chain of mysterious murders of various representatives of the Order, and during the investigation, they will discover a terrible secret that will lead them to clash with the main villain. You may also have noticed that Acolyte looks more like some kind of Mortal Kombat than Star Wars. As Headland says, this is a deliberate decision because in addition to the expanded universe, she was inspired by various martial arts films, so making a series in such a setting seems like a good idea for her. But at the same time, she asks fans of real Star Wars not to worry, because what is shown in the trailer is only a small part of what awaits us in the series, and I do not want to reveal the most beautiful shots before the premiere. Leslie also once again reminded that Acolyte will become one of the most expensive projects in history, and Lucasfilm is making big bets on it because with its help, they want to grow a new branch of Star Wars lore and hope that Acolyte will perform well on streaming. Do not forget that the game Star Wars Eclipse is still being developed in the setting of the High Republic. Now, let's talk about the main characters and anti-heroes of the series. Lucasfilm has published an official description of each of them, and now I will read it to you. Number 1. May. The girl finds herself embroiled in a sinister secret that unexpectedly puts her at the center of the conflict. Her main goal is to take revenge on the Jedi for leaving her family to be torn apart by bandits. She is a dark assassin and the central character of the Acolyte. Number 2. Master Sol is a wise, highly respected, powerful Jedi Master, knowledgeable about the ways of the Force. He is going through an emotional conflict and he will lead a group of Jedi in search of a mysterious acolyte of the dark side. Number 3. Kimia is a former smuggler who now makes a living as a trader, buying unusual things and enjoying a life of prosperity. Number 4. Jackie is a Padawan student of Master Soul. Despite her youth, she is the epitome of calmness and maturity. Number 5. Yord is a Jedi Knight and Guardian from the Temple, a very talented man and a follow-the-rules kind of guy. His devotion to the code can cloud the mind. Number 6. Venestra Rowe is a senior Jedi Master who has evolved from a gifted teenager to the leader of the Order. At the age of 15, she became one of the youngest Jedi Knights in her generation and consolidated her status as a child prodigy. Wields a lightsaber with a purple crystal that can transform into a light whip. Now, Venestra has moved away from the Order and focused on self-healing, leaving the position of head of the Jedi to Master Yoda. Number 7. Mother Anicia is the leader of a clan of witches who will do anything for the sake of independence and preserving their beliefs. Number 8. Kalnaka, Jedi Wookiee, a solitary Jedi who leads a secluded lifestyle. Number 9. Indara is a Jedi Master with outstanding physical and mental abilities. Also, one of the Jedi was played by actor Dean Charles Chapman, who was announced as one of the main characters, but for some reason, Lucasfilm did not publish his description. And in conclusion, Lucasfilm themselves said that each episode of the series has a duration of 30 to 40 minutes, and the final episode is a little more than 40 minutes. The premiere of 2 episodes at once will take place on June the 4th. That's all for today. How do you feel about Acolyte in general? Is it positive or negative? And what thoughts do you have about the series? Write about everything in the comments. We will also be glad if you subscribe to the channel and like the video if it was interesting for you. Thank you all so much for watching. May the Force be with you. See you soon.